This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code SOCRATES at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenro radio playlist. zenroclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Portian Bakery. If you're located in the Portian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Portian Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone could podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. All right, cool. So we were just talking about fantasy F1, and I was like, oh, let me just ask you about this because I'm so curious. You know, like people play like fantasy football and stuff. I'm just like, oh, what is that? So like fantasy F1, like what? So what do you do?
It's just more like without gambling, right? So it's just
Okay.
You're putting who your favorites are for that week to see if they can win, and you're trying to gain points. I think there's prizes if you do end up becoming like the top prize.
Cool.
You get free tickets or something like that.
Oh, no way. Or is it actually an F1 the app or something?
Yeah,
like
it's from F1. It's from F1. It's called just F1 Fantasy. If you just go to their page.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like
section.
an official it's an official like
Yeah.
Wow, that's kind of cool. Do you have to like buy into money or something, or like how's that work?
No.
Oh,
Nothing.
okay, cool.
It's
It's sort of like just like a fan game.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. That's cool. You ever play like fantasy football or something, like fantasy basketball? I don't know.
Because I'm not really following those ones as much.
Oh, okay.
And it's much more
And
like
it's
like those ones are like
Yeah.
there's so many teams, so I don't really like. I don't really care about those sports as much, right? So and there's also too many teams or too many players to remember. Where here it's just like 22 teams, 22 people.
So it's like you just pick, and then it's like as you progress in the thing, it's like you get knocked off. It's sort of like a ladder. So you're like, oh my god, I lost, so like I'm out of the game.
No. It's just so you're allocated. Is the way it works is just like they've put a certain amount of money what each player is worth, kind of thing, based on past things, right? So let's just say Lewis Hamilton's like I think you start off with 150 points or 150 million is the number, and then Lewis may be worth, let's just say 50 million. So you're picking.
Oh, I see.
So you're okay. I'll put him, but then I don't have enough money to. You're spreading out the money, kind of thing, and you're picking your team.
Right.
Yeah.
Versus if you just like picked all the stacked players, you'd be like, I'm gonna win this for sure.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Oh, that's kind of cool.
And you can change it out every week or whenever before the race, the next races. So okay, Lewis not really doing well. The car is not doing well, so I don't think that he's gonna win again. So then I can change him out to somebody else. Yeah.
And it's like a ladder board thing, so you get to see like who's got the best pick so far.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, that's interesting. It's so interesting that they build all these like peripheral games and stuff into like the watching aspect of it. It's not just like watching. You have like the video game, you have this like fantasy draft, and like the app. You know, it's like it's way bigger than, and they have the show. It's so much bigger than like just car racing. You know?
Yeah.
It was pretty interesting. It like took over the cultural zeitgeist a year ago or something, 2 years ago. When did that show come out? And then everyone's talking about it.
Well, I think the show came out maybe more than 4 years? Because I started watching it looks like I think I started watching F1. I think after that thing came out, maybe. I can't remember. I think so. Yeah. Because they were following. If I go to season 1, they were following teams that I wasn't really in at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then they had the movie that came out.
Yeah, and then Apple
it's like
has
going
the
world to world.
Yeah.
Like it's going across the world. What were you saying? Apple
No, then
has.
Apple made the movie. Apple also now has the U.S. broadcasting rights for like 5 years for $1 billion.
Oh wow. Okay.
So,
Damn.
and they have
That's
it,
something. Yeah.
like they. I do want to. Like you can do it on the app or on the computer, which is like a multi-view thing, which is
Okay.
like just having you got the main. I guess it's like the main broadcast of the race, and then you can pick if I want like a stats page, if I want a like the image of the map and where everybody else is, and I think you can also like have drivers view, whichever driver you want to pick.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
So you can do as a multi-view thing, all happening like you can watch it all together on one screen.
So if you have like multiple oh, but what if you had like multiple monitors? You know, what I mean, you could have like this one is that view, and then that one's this view, and then
Yeah, maybe.
can you do that or like
I
stretch it
don't.
out across? Like that'd be kind
Uh,
of cool.
yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Hmm. All right, that's pretty cool. Like it's so niche, but it's not niche. You know what I mean? Like everyone's like, oh, I'm really into like the Winter Olympics. I'm like, I don't watch that. Or like, oh, I'm really into basketball, and you're like, I don't really watch that. But then like, I like the UFC, not so much anymore, but like combat sports, and then
Sure.
you're really into like F1 racing. It's like there's so many different like avenues of entertainment now that it's so weird when you just have like the standards that we grew up with. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like there's so much choice, but like when we were kids, it was just like basketball. Are you into basketball? Are you into like football? And that's all we knew, basketball,
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
it was
just
all that like,
easier. Just over time, it became easier to let's like get the like able to watch it. Like I don't
yeah, yeah,
think I think before in order to watch F1, you'd have to have a specific channel. Like it's you had to really be into it to know all that stuff, right? But then for me, it wasn't into it. It was just easier to get into it now that it's like, oh, it's YouTube. Like they put their videos
yeah,
up
yeah,
almost
totally.
the next day, right? So it's easy accessible there for free, actually. So
Yeah, right. And it's so weird because like when we were kids, it's like they thought that this was gonna break everything, right? The internet. They're like,
hmm
oh, what is gonna happen to TV channels, blah blah. It's like no, just it's more of like more avenue, more touch points for the end consumer and the product. But like you're just removing like the intermediary. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like all the people that are like, oh, broadcast TV, whatever, whatever. Like, but it's like, yeah, but now I can just like go direct.
hmm
You know? Yeah, I think as a whole, we like just generally get nervous about new things, and then it just like acclimates to, oh, this is just like your life now. We just like adapt around that thing.
yeah. That's generally how it always was. It was people were scared about any new technology, and then we will
Yeah,
adapt.
right.
That's always been
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
case. Yeah.
Right, right, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, like even like simple as like coal and like paper, and
Yep.
then like the steam engine.
hmm
It's gonna put us all out of business. Like what now we're talking about AI, and it's like I don't think so. Like we just always adapted.
hmm
you know?
Yeah.
And then like if we get like zero wind energy or like UFOs, it's like no, it's just gonna like continuously,
Yeah. Yeah.
like we're just gonna adapt to like whatever it is, unless something that like wipes us out. But like that's like a worst case scenario. You know what I mean? Like
Sure. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, pretty cool. Okay, let's do a quick pause because I totally forgot my coffee in the other room, and I'm just like I
Mm.
need it. So one second. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, and we're back. Yeah, so it's so interesting, like with the adaptation and like learning new different things. I okay, this is really weird that happened. I mean, is it weird or is it like we should have all known this? Okay. So, um I did my I did like just like a general blood test like a couple of or 6 weeks ago or something like that. And then they're like, "Oh, this is all good except for like your thyroid is a little high, right?" And then Tara's like, "Oh, maybe you have like a thyroid condition, whatever." So like instead of her like suggesting things. She's like, go to the best specialist for thyroids. Okay, for like natural medicine, not like a MD. So I like book with her, and she's like looking at my stuff, and she's like, oh, I don't think this is a thyroid condition, and I'm like, oh, but the numbers are high or whatever. And then she said like the a lot of the people that she treats, it's actually pollution based. So your thyroid is not just like a regulator of your internal, like what's going on in your body, it's also a regulator of what you're putting into your body.
hmm
Okay, you follow me? So it's like the modulator. Like if your thyroid's out of whack, you're kind of messed up overall
Sure.
because it adjusts your like hormones, your sleep, all that stuff, right? And what she was saying is that we are in the prime area for pollution. And I was like, oh, what do you mean? So she's like, the factories, and not just the factories, it's the headwinds. So all of the pollution, it actually passes through Ontario. And like it like makes its way through and then goes out. So like we're actually breathing in this pollution all the time. So like she's like, it might be that your thyroid is acting up against like the pollution. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that, you know? And then she was like, you also said you have like sleep apnea, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it could be a dairy thing. So your body, like if your body's just fully, if your body's fighting off a lot of things like inflammation, pollution, all that, your thyroid's having a hard time trying to like regulate things.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like oh, it's just overload. You know. Plus, I do work. I like go to jiu-jitsu and stuff, and like the body's trying to heal on top of that. So it's like
Yeah.
you're just like hammering the body, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then right. So your thyroid's trying to keep up. So what she said is like, okay, let's just try something at first, and then like we'll test again and see where you are in like 6 weeks. So she's like, take this like supplement that basically what it does is clear your like mucus from the body. So she's like, I don't think you have a sleep apnea issue. I think that your sinuses are all clogged because you said you can't really breathe through your nose, right? And I was, I've never been able to breathe. I'm like a mouth breather. Even like when I sleep, I like sleep with like the reason why I got the sleep apnea machine is because I snore because my mouth's open, right? And then I was saying how like, oh, when I go to the Philippines, like I can breathe. And she's like, yeah, that makes sense because there's no like I can breathe through my nose.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's, I thought it was like salt water or like humidity or something. She's like, no, it's most likely pollution, right? And then, so she's like, yeah, just like remove the milk because milk is probably what's causing like mucus and inflammation. And then try this like supplement, right? So I started doing it and then I was like, okay, well, I also drool when I sleep. So like I just tape my mouth and I'm actually getting better sleep without the sleep apnea machine. Like I have watches, right, that track my
Sure.
my sleep. And usually like when I don't sleep with the sleep apnea machine, it's like, oh, you didn't recover, blah, 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 right? And then with the sleep apnea machine, it's like, oh, it's good, but I keep waking up because like I have to adjust it in the middle of the night. It'll like move, right? And you're like, oh damn. And then like
Oh,
it's
okay.
disrupting my sleep. And then with the mouth tape and then just being able to breathe through my nose, I'm getting like scores of like 99 I've never achieved before. And it says like excellent sleep. I'm like, what is going on? You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, why? Because the doctor was like, we don't treat thyroid stuff until you hit like a level of 10. I was a level of 4. And then the ND was like, but the optimal range is zero point 0.5 to 1.2 or something, and you're at 4. So it's like, we need to fix this. Even though the MD says you don't need to fix it, like there's obviously something going on, right? And then like
Sure.
just do not like I didn't take any drugs, bro. I'm like a supplement that your body naturally makes is like what I'm taking. So it like helps break down like the mucus and the inflammation or whatever. And then just a little bit of freaking tape over my mouth. And I'm like getting better sleep quality than before. And it'd be crazy if I get like the blood test back and it's like, oh, your thyroid's down. It's like, oh, you figured out how to like de-stress the body,
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, bro, why are these so simple? You know what I mean? It's like tape is like I'm using my finger tape from jujitsu. I'm not even using like night tape, you know? So it's like, why do we have all these solutions that are so easy and accessible? But it's like we're not trying to like spread that information.
Right.
Question mark. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think it's built that way? Do you think it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of weird to me. I'm just like, nobody told me this. Like, the MD was just like, yeah, we should just like test your levels, make sure it doesn't keep going up. And if it ever hits 10, like, we'll give you thyroid medication. But 10 is like, you need thyroid, like, you're in trouble, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Right.
So, like, yeah, thoughts? I don't know. It's like weird. It's like more like, Joe Rogan conspiracy. What's going on?
No, I think as you say it, I don't think we are. I think that these are the things that we're finding solutions for without needing medications. Well, I mean,
No,
waiting
right,
for
for
medications.
sure. Right, but it's like, why do we not place emphasis on this in the beginning?
I think we had a
Because these were there though. These were there. These are old like ND stuff isn't new. It's
no,
old
but
stuff.
supplements
Yeah.
are new though.
What do you mean like the um like the thing I'm taking? You mean like that?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
NAC, so it's called like NAC. Um, okay, fair because of technology. I understand that.
Yeah.
But like, what about the education piece? Because like one thing, like Tara, like is an ND, right? And she's like, they don't teach the same things to like NDs as MDs. And then like there's other things that like Tara learned outside of ND school that like she didn't even learn in school for health. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, um like weight loss is very simple. It's just I've always said this because like anecdotally I've seen it in myself. So it's caloric. The more energy you put into your body, the more it stores. So the less energy you put in, the less it'll store. It's
Mm-hmm.
very simple.
Yeah.
It's just basic math, right?
Yeah.
But like NDs and MDs, they're all like, oh no, like you shouldn't track calories. And it's like that's literally just math, bro. It's like if you're consuming more than you should be, like your body's gonna store it.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
of
it's like
course. Yeah.
taboo. But it's like taboo. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, why are we not looking at the like? I might get a little heat for this, but like there was a whole moment where they were like, "Oh, remember like any body's a beautiful body," back
Mm-hmm.
during like COVID time. For sure, that's a perspective thing, right? So like your body, like you can find whatever body you want beautiful. I'm just talking about healthy metrics, right? So if like you're like overweight and your body's like telling you, "Hey, bro, your cholesterol's high. You probably fix this." It's like, yeah, that's not healthy. You might find it beautiful, but beauty and like objective truth and subjective truth are completely different. You
Okay.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But like the whole world is wrapped up in subjective truth, and it's just like, bro, let's. Why can't we all be objective? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, is it just me? Am I like the only one? Like,
No, I think scientists agree with you too on that.
but like, why don't we do it? You know what I mean? Well, scientists do actually. Yeah, there's a lot of scientists who are like, oh, we can focus on like having cars that run off of water, but then they don't make
Yeah.
it popularized. You know,
Yeah.
it's like the commercial aspect that's holding everything down, and it's just
Yeah.
like, bro, come on, you know?
Yeah. Because most people are that, not scientists, right?
But on top of that, it's like they don't make that information widely available.
Mm-hmm.
Like, very like basic nutrition. Like, so like on this journey, it's been a lot of like hitting my head against the wall. Right? You're almost like, okay, I'm going. Oh, damn, that's the wrong move. Oh, damn, that's the wrong move. Right? And it's like that accumulation of like wrong move, wrong move, wrong move could have easily like somebody else has to go through that same thing to find the solutions. But it's like if you had just like went direct and was like, this is the solution, because most people know that this is the solution,
Mm-hmm.
it's like we could save a lot of headaches for people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Right.
or like if they're like, oh, you're a diabetic, right? And you're like type 1 or type 2. And then like, oh, type 2, right? So, okay, that's diet and lifestyle, right? And then you're just like, but there's a way to reverse it. But they're
Mm-hmm.
not going to be like your MD's not going to give you a diet plan, not going to explain like calorie intake and like sugar.
Sure. Yeah.
They're just going to be like, here's a pre-diabetic drug if you want to take it. Like just all they say is like watch your nutrition,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like why, bro? You know? I just feel like we've been cheated.
Yeah. I can see that. I can understand that.
Okay. But you don't think it's as crazy as I think it's crazy.
No, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there wouldn't be even MD or NDs then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay, but ND's also not covered. So unless you have insurance, you got to pay a lot of money to go to an ND.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
So it's like, bro, why are you making so many barriers to entry? You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are the things you have to fight for within. Like those kinds of people have to ask for putting those things into our system, right?
But what if you don't even know? What if you're like you don't even know that you don't know? You know the unknown unknowns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's like somebody who's just suffering with like diabetes. It's like, dude, there's a solution,
Mm-hmm.
like a natural solution
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
before it gets too far. You know?
Yeah.
Obviously, like if you're like crazy into it, your body's like already broken. It's too far. But like if you're not there yet, we can fix this. You know?
No, I think that would be the people, the organizations behind the NDs to, what do you call, like, they say to, it's not inform, but it's like there's ways that it goes in order to tell policies like what's better and why it's better for a society, these sort of things, right? Is that happening is the other question. Like the ones who can prove these things are how it can affect, it's better in a way to save money overall, better health for citizens, things like that.
So you have to like tie it to a financial benefit before you can make it a citizen benefit.
No, I'm just saying like however way you want to argue it, right?
But like, why are we not making this like? Or what I'm really what I'm really realizing now is like with everything. Okay, when I started in networking before getting into marketing, right? I was taking some marketing classes, and like because of the punk rock in me, I was like, oh, don't trust anything, right? And then as I learned marketing, I was like, oh, it is all just kind of like a sham. Especially when you learn business, you're like, oh, you're just always optimizing for profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, okay, but you think it's like maybe that's a conspiracy, you know? And then now we have things like the Epstein files coming out, like this Iran war, this like UAP stuff, and you're just like, okay, that is on the like that is on like the very highest level. So what else are you lying to us about? And then you just see like the health thing where it's like, oh, I thought I needed a CPAP machine, but it turned out I was just like inflamed,
Mm-hmm.
and then now I could breathe, you know? And it's just like, bro,
Right.
like, you know what I mean? It's just like the more time passes by, the more you realize more and more that like there's a game,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, why are we not in the interest of everyone?
Sure. Yeah. I
Like,
understand
all
that.
right, think about the Iranian war right now. I get it's crazy, but like Iranian people are really nice. Like, there's like an Iranian corner right here. Like I
Mm-hmm.
live right next to it, and they're all so nice, right? And it's just like, but we're really ruled by our governments,
Yeah.
you know? Like, beware who you choose as your leader, because like that, like, think of Trump. Like, bro, why are you starting wars, bro?
Mm-hmm.
You know? You know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah.
this is I'm just like, the world is like sick, is what I'm thinking.
Right.
And like, if aliens do come and invade, it's like, I get it, bro. I get it. I get why you're doing that. You know what I mean? It's like we are doing so many bad things that I just don't see like, I don't know, like the not the way forward, but it's like, are we just in a circular argument? Do you know what a circular argument is?
Yeah.
Okay, it's like, all right, so people who don't know a circular argument is like, if you start an argument and then the end of your argument is the start of your exact argument, then you're just looping the thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I'm so tired. Why am I so tired? Because I have so many jobs. Well, I have so many jobs because I'm so tired. And it's like, oh, but you just said the thing that, you restarted it again,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like, humans are so dumb. We make so many stupid choices with our leaders. Why do we have stupid leaders? Because humans are so dumb. Okay. So let's just cut it, or like, let's stop being dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like like humanity to me is like kind of like a circular argument right now. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, what are you doing? Why are we back here? Why are we
Yeah.
back here? I thought we learned from World War One too. We're all watching this like nuke stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
right? So like, I don't know, where does that leave us, Fish?
Because we run on emotion, and an emotion is not logical.
Yes, that's true. We run on emotion. Emotion's not logical. It makes me do stupid things, but emotions feel good, so we run off emotion. Oh, but we run off emotion, so we, see the circular argument? You just started it again, bro. You're like, come on, let's cut the loop.
Yeah.
And like, I wonder if, I truly think most people are like just unhappy. Like, I know some happy people, but I think most people are just unhappy, and like unhappy environments breed unhappy results.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, how's Trump in office? Look at the base that voted for him. And it's like, Trump is not, like, he didn't come out of nowhere. Trump is literally a byproduct of the system that voted him in.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that say about the system? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
show me your leader, and I'll show you your system. That's why I love Carney. I'm like, look at Carney, this guy making deals. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Australia, India, China. He was just
Japan.
in Japan. Yeah, and he spoke Japanese. You see that one? It was on
Yeah.
the yeah, right. So it's like that's a good leader, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like show me your leader, and I'll show you a reflection of the people
Yeah,
underneath
exactly.
them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So like, like what is to be done about all this? Do we just wait it out? It's like you said, like World War II is a European war. You know, none of the fighting was like had in the West. So and like right now, it looks like World War III is like a Middle Eastern war, and it's just like none of that's happening here. So it's like, do you just like wait it out? You know?
Well, because kind of, yeah, like is there? Those are the guys that are making the decisions, right? The other countries are just in the middle of this thing.
Exactly, right? Like US just went into Venezuela, US went into Iran, Israel's attacking Iran. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, what are you guys doing? You know? And it's just like maybe you just wait it out. But like is because it could escalate so quickly into like people are like, oh, nuclear war, and then that's the end of the world. It's like, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think that we're gonna have like a full scale nuclear war around the world. Like maybe like one nuke will be dropped. Maybe.
I don't think
You
so.
don't think so, eh?
I don't think
Maybe
so.
one.
I
Okay,
don't think so.
so let's take that off the table. Okay, so no nukes are gonna be dropped. It's like, why are we fighting? Like, the
Mm-hmm.
U.S. is fighting all these wars around the world, but bro, so many people are so upset with internally with the U.S. You just found out that you're in the Epstein files. You're president,
Mm-hmm.
so it's like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Like, what's your take on it? Like, what is your take on it? Like, with what's happening?
Uh, it is.
Like, you think it's crazy? Like, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. I think it's crazy. They have no plan. They haven't like given any specific thing. Like what is the reason for the war? They can't even explain that. They haven't given anything that's justified for them to go in. Right? If they got attacked, I understand that, but they didn't. There's nothing of that.
So it's like, so what are you? Or what was the international waters thing? He thought he was safe in international waters, and they sunk the ship.
Yeah.
And it's
What do you
like,
mean? Why would they be safe in international waters?
because isn't that what they said? It's like, oh, you're in international waters, so the ship thought it was safe, but then they broke
No, no,
the
I don't.
Treaty of International
I,
Waters thing. Or okay,
oh, I don't know
explain
about
this to me.
that. I wouldn't think that international waters would necessarily be safe if they were near the lands of like in Sri Lankan waters, because that's where close to where it was, or Indian near their waters, kind of thing. Um, then it would be more escalation. International waters is there's no one owns it, kind of thing, right?
So anything can happen.
Well, they're in that fight, and there was no supposedly there's no weapons on that. It was just a training vessel, or used as a training vessel.
The one that they blew up.
Yeah, the supposedly didn't have any kind of weapons on it. It went to India to do like demonstrations or training along with other um, allies, I guess, and they were just coming back.
Did they kill people?
The soldiers, yeah,
And it was just a training vessel,
or used as a training vessel. That is
bro.
Iranians' claim. Yeah.
Okay, so like, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like I think Carney said it was like all the international
Like this
laws and
hasn't happened. They
agreements.
were saying that this kind of missile attack from a submarine to about is not there since World War II. It's never been done.
Right. So it's like, bro, we made all these treaties after World War II, and you're breaking all of them.
Hmm.
So like the rule of law is gone. Like the international agreement is gone.
Hmm.
So now what are we doing? You see what I mean? It's like these
Yep.
precedences are like crazy. And what's even crazier is like you're a part of the Epstein class, bro.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, how do you even trust that? How do I even trust any decision you're about to make?
Yeah.
And how do people not see that? That's crazy. How are Americans not protesting right now? Like to get him out, like the Epstein thing.
Are they not
Like
doing that?
I didn't see anything. Like remember the George Floyd thing? There's like riots all over the streets, blah blah, and then like you see all these like this footage of all these like cities just like standing up, and it's like, bro, we just found out you were in the Epstein files. Maybe all the cities should stand up. Why have all the cities not stood up?
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Like, but really though, like these are heinous crimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not even in terms of like it's like oh like if you even if you're not a Black Lives Matter supporter, so like, but this is like pedophilia, bro, and this is like satanic worship, bro, and this is like they're obviously managing your money. They obviously don't care about your lower class. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I get if you're not into like the Black Lives Matter thing, but like, which one of these issues are you for? And like, join that one because like it's all compiled in that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, we don't see any. We don't see any protests. What's going on? Or do you think maybe they're covering it up? Maybe they are protesting, but they're not like televising it.
There might be protests. Again, televising. They're focusing on the Iran war. That was this whole part of this whole thing, right? People are not talking about the Epstein files, or the news. Major news is not really talking about Epstein files because there's a war.
So you think that it really is a manipulation by Trump? He's just like, let's just start a war so that they don't think about the Epstein files.
Part of it, probably, yeah.
Really?
He
That's
tried to do
so
it like you.
obvious.
Yeah, he tried to do it so many times, right? Like how many times he's trying to deflect away from Epstein the stuff, many times. Now this one came up as an opportunity to use it as well.
But like, how dumb do you have to be? You know what I mean? It's like okay, people are like you see on social media, right? It's like, why are we in the Iranian war, right? Whatever, and it's just like, it's like, why don't you ask about the Epstein files, bro? Like that is a symptom of like we're all trying to band-aid solutions and we're not trying to look at the core issue. Just like health, it's like we're looking at band-aid solutions, but we're not looking at like what is going on. And it's like we're not being objective as a species.
Yeah, there's just
about anything.
We're not logical. We're not acting in logic. We're acting in emotion.
But why? Okay. Why? Why? Like I'm really trying to figure that out. It's like, why don't you? I actually asked ChatGPT about this. I was like, why is it that most people like not exactly that about like the emotion thing, but it's just like, why do we choose bad decisions, right? And he was saying that a lot of the time people don't look at truth because it destroys their narrative. A lot of people like rely on like the personal narrative to keep their own sanity, and if you give them objective truth, it will break their worldview of themselves, and it could crush them. So it's like those like big dreamers, like, oh, I'm gonna be like a multimillionaire, blah 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 blah, da, 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 da. And then like years later they never even made any inch towards that thing. And it's like, but if you told them that, it would crush their worldview. So they rely on like psychological safety in order to be like, well, it didn't happen for me because like, this got in the way and this got in the way and this got in the way. And I could have done it, but like,
Sure.
you know what I mean? That kind of like mental thing, like, or if like you were really good at basketball in like high school and you're like, I'm going to be a part of the NBA, and then like your girlfriend breaks up with you and then you're like, oh, I could have been a part of the NBA, but then she broke up with me. It's her fault that I didn't actualize who I really was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing, like deferral of responsibility. And it's like ChatGPT was saying, like, we use that for psychological safety. Yeah. And like, you think that's it? You're like
yeah,
you're like, we're emotional beings.
I think it's I think it's evolutionary. Yeah. It's like just to say you're like in as an evolutionary thing. It's like if you in the wild and you just hear a twig, like some kind of crack of a twig, you can think of two things. So it's just maybe something non-prey did it, or maybe a prey did it. But if you assume it's a parade, then yeah, well, for my safety, I'm just going to run. I'm not even going to go and check it. A scientist or like someone like that, logical, it's like, oh, let me go check what that is. But then those types of people would be like risking their lives to do that.
I see what you're saying. So what you're saying is they're just chickens.
In a way, yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I keep looking back at it's just like religion, like a lot of the stuff that's in the religion itself. There's millions of people that follow it. But
okay.
It's a belief. What we don't know the truth of it.
Yes. 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 If there is, I brought this up before, but it's like this. It's like if you're at a stop sign in the desert, there's no other cars around. Are you going to stop? Or are you like if there's a if there's a stop sign, are you going to stop? Or are you just gonna keep going? You know? And it's like to realize that laws and all these things, like these ideas, are all just like pacts that we make with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's like at the detriment of, or here's a better one. Forget that one because that one's like so arbitrary, right? Like it's like, oh, well, I'd never been in a desert. You're at a crosswalk, and you're waiting for the light to turn green so that you can walk, but there's no cars around. Do you walk?
Yeah.
I walk too. It's called jaywalking, bro. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I see people who wait for the thing. I'm like, guys, there's literally no cars.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you gonna walk? You know? And I think that in itself is like a prime example of that psychological safety. You know, it's like, oh, but the thing didn't turn green.
Yeah.
But you're like, but logically, there are no cars. And I want to get to A to B as fast as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, in simple things, I was just thinking something that happened here where people were like, let's say the train, the train tracks, they have that the thing that comes down on the road. Yeah.
The sign,
the sign, the block. So because the train, supposedly a train is coming, right? We understand that the rule that the train is coming, but people are just waiting and waiting and waiting, and there's no train. Are you continuously waiting?
You, bro. How are you gonna drive it though?
No, you just do a U-turn onto the other. Like you can reverse out, or like a U-turn onto the opposite lane, right, to get out of this area, or you're just gonna stay and wait till the thing comes up.
Ooh, that one's tougher though. That one's tougher because you have to do a U-turn and like a.
No.
I don't know if I would do that. I'm just like, bro.
This is an allegory, right? It's just I'm just saying like how long are you?
You saw that happen.
Well, it has happened, but it's also like even actually no, it happened where there was a light flashing. There's no blocking on the road, but their light is flashing for the train supposedly should be coming. I was waiting for a little bit. I was like, okay, how long do I wait? Because there's still no train.
Oh, like, could you hear that there's no train? That's one of those things that's kind of freaky, though. Like, trains are fast, bro. So, like, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I know that normally it's like it's not the via train or something. If it's like one of those fast trains, they do have one of the blockage. But it's like CN rail trains, like with all the cargo, those are running kind of slow. Right. Overall.
Yeah.
So, like, I haven't seen anything, and there's no blocking. And then it's more like, okay, I think it's time. Because this has been going on for a while, right? How long do you wait?
That's what you're saying. Okay. Now we're getting to degrees of psychological safety because it's like risk tolerance. Because I think I would wait. Like, now it's so free. Like, because trains are fast, bro. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's based on, again, that's based on past experiences. So if you're only seeing
fast, you're like,
exactly. If you're only seeing that. But then if this area, you've been here, you know that it's only these slow trains. So you kind of understand the rules of that.
Okay, yeah, totally. That's why I like my jaywalking example, though, because it's like we know it's like there's literally no cars. Cars can't move faster than this. You know what I mean? Like you fully see the road, unless you could see.
You could see. You could see. Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you could see all the way down, like of course, I thought it was like a bend, because like at like Port Union.
Oh, bend is bend. There's risk.
Like, oh, bro,
so there's risk tolerance based on, I guess, the image or other things that are around it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like you got to see, like if I could see all the way down, there's no train. Like for sure.
Yeah.
But like. If it's like a bend, I'm like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a train could just pop out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I trust my ears. You know, what if it's a silent train? You know, I don't know. But yeah, okay. So I guess maybe that's what it is. It's like we don't we don't want to, like, taking these different examples. It's like, what level are you willing to risk your like psychological safety on? You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
it's like we are like to to me the jaywalking example might be someone else's training example.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like maybe they've seen somebody get hit by a car, even though they were jaywalking and there was no car. They just didn't see a car coming out of nowhere. I don't know. Like maybe
Yeah,
their past experience, like
sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if
forced
they've
them.
only known about fast cars because of highways, let's
Yeah.
just say, then that's
Yeah.
their
Okay.
experience, right? Then it's if you've seen slow car, like if you know the kind of intersection it is or what style of cars or how they're supposed to drive, right? That's different.
Yeah. Maybe that's what it is, though. Maybe that's what it is. It has nothing to do with like emotional competency. It's just like your degree of risk tolerance.
Yeah, based on I guess past experiences, maybe. Yeah.
But I guess like we also need to like there needs to be like a minimum threshold though. Like okay, what I mean by minimum threshold is like people who think that like, oh, the government has your best interest at heart.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't possibly be at that full level. You know what I mean? Like like you can't your risk tolerance, your threshold has to be like higher than that. Like you can't just automatically assume that all government officials have your best interest at heart,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Or like some people do though. They're like, I trust the government 100%. But
Yeah.
it's like what do you think? Do you like what level of risk tolerance should you at least be to not be a sheep?
I think that depends on each individual. Like again, it goes back to past experiences. If you've never feel like you've never been wronged, if everything's been working out, right? You're gonna have a different
So
view of it versus like if you view, oh, this is not working. Why is this not working in the government? Like what? Like this is your experience of it. Then you're gonna say it's not working at all.
okay, fair. So do you think that most people are just like at that lowest level, like they're at like the sheep level?
I think
Like I will
they
trust everything.
no. I think it just comes down to until they've been wronged.
I just remembered something I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
Okay, okay. All right. This totally ties into the whole government thing, about like, oh, trust the government, right? Okay. So one thing I asked the ND, right, was I've noticed I've never had eczema my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I got the COVID vaccine, and then I started to notice I was getting eczema like bursts, like oh, if I like push myself a little too hard, it's like a tattoo, like Tara's like, oh, it's probably just your tattoos. I'm like, I don't think so. Like I've had tattoos before the COVID shot, and I never had a reaction, but like ever since getting the COVID shot, I've noticed like eczema flare ups, right, from time to time. Okay, so I asked the ND this, and associated with my thyroid and my like milk condition of like inflammation, she said it's because my body has a hard time creating a natural substance called glutathione, and that's what I'm supplementing with right now. It's because we're just testing like, is that true or not? It's more of a hypothesis. Like it sounds like you are unable to do this. So if that's the issue, we just supplement you. For us, if you're like, you're good to go, right? So I asked her about the COVID vaccine, and she's like, yes, that is why you're getting it. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, they did a study in China where people who don't metabolize glutathione really well have adverse reactions to the COVID vaccine, but they didn't know that till after.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, thank you for like confirming this. Cause I noticed like anecdotally, I'm like, I've never had it my whole life. I got the COVID vaccine. I started getting these random flare ups. Like, why? And it's like, oh, it's literally the COVID vaccine. You were right.
No,
So this
what
goes
did
back
she
to the
say?
whole.
Say that again. What did she say that
So,
the research said?
so my body has a hard time creating glutathione.
Okay.
It's like a natural occurring thing. It's basically an anti. Like, why am I congested all the time? Because I have a hard time making glutathione, right? And the irony is, if I take dairy, my body produces glutathione, so I actually don't get congested. But the dairy is also affecting me in a different way. So it's like a circular argument again. It's like the solution is also the problem. So we're trying to figure out a different way to solve this problem. So, anyways, so she was saying that they found out through a study in China that people who are not good at self-producing glutathione have adverse reactions to the COVID vaccine. And they were like, what they started to do in China is they were like checking people. They'd like scratch them or something and like test their glutathione level. And then if it was, they'd like do a different thing for them. See what I'm saying? So it's like,
Okay.
but we didn't know this beforehand because we were rushing out the vaccines. There's no like trials and tests and stuff. But like, this goes back to the whole like trust the government thing. It's like, yeah, but that just came out like super quick. We all don't know because like there's also the rising rates in like cancer for young people, and they're like tying it to the COVID vaccine. I don't know if that's true. I'm just saying that like we did kind of rush this vaccine out, and that was my apprehension as I was watching. I'm like, it's kind of weird. Like we are like pushing this thing for something that's like a very low kill rate, but we all got it, and then now I'm like seeing long term effects from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
It goes back to the trust the government thing where I was like, what is the minimum threshold? Like during that time, during COVID, like I think COVID's what really woke me up to the whole game because it was like, oh, we just got pushed to take this vaccine. Like, and if you didn't take it, like you couldn't go into restaurants. You had to show your vaccine ID. I was like, oh my God, this is it. You know,
Yeah.
you're just a pawn in the whole system.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it's like, how many, yeah, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just agreeing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So how many more people like woke up from that thing? That's where I'm like, we need like a minimum threshold of like, you can't trust the government that fully, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And how many people made like tons of money off the COVID vaccines? Like the people that made syringes, the people that made the vaccines itself, we had to pay them back, you know?
Right.
The shipping costs, like people did profiteer from the global pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you think that's my perspective is conspiracy? Because I
Which
can see
part?
it both ways. Somebody's like, no, like what everything I just said to you, you're like, oh, that's conspiracy thinking. That's not real. You're
No,
like, not
I
many people made that much money. Not that many people are actually sick from the vaccine. Blah 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 blah. You know?
no, that wouldn't make sense. If a lot of people were taking whichever COVID vaccine, those companies were making money. What?
No, that's what I mean. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, in terms of the risk tolerance that I was saying, like you have to be at least at like some minimum threshold. You can't be blindly assuming that the government's going to take care of you for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Because like we just saw with COVID that wasn't the case. We rush ordered this thing. A bunch of people made money. We weren't sure what the full effects were, but we wanted to like protect everyone. Because remember
Yeah.
the whole slogan was like, I'm getting the vaccine to protect my mom and dad. And that's why I got it. I was like, yeah, this is for me. And I was getting pissed at everyone because I was like, you need to take it because like it's protecting old people. And then you find out later it's like, no, it's protecting you, not old people. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what? I thought it kills the vaccine. It kills the virus.
Right.
It's like, no, it doesn't. It actually just like, it doesn't stop the spread.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wait, the messaging was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like thinking like that at the time was like you were a conspiracy theorist. You were like
Sure.
a anti-establishment person. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't even bring that up. I couldn't even bring that up. But like now, like years later, if I bring it up, people are like, yeah, totally, it makes sense. But I'm like, bro, I was saying the same thing back then, but you guys were all like cheesed.
Mm-hmm.
You know? This is the discernment, the objectivity I'm talking about. It's like we need to look at the truth, bro. You know?
Yeah. Agreed.
But okay, yeah, totally. You're saying
I
agreed,
agree.
but it's like no, you're saying agreed, but it's like if this happens again, are we going to do it? Are we going to fall for it again?
As a
What I'm saying
species,
is yes.
I think so.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. So we went through COVID.
Yeah.
We realized the narrative that they were pushing upon us was a lie. It wasn't the full truth.
Mm-hmm.
It was an omission of some truths. It wasn't a total lie. It was just a massaging of the truth. Okay?
Okay.
You learn that it's not what it was painted out to be. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
after the fact. And everyone now, 2020 hindsight, they're like, yeah, that's so true. Yeah, blah, 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 right? But are we going to fall for it again? Question mark.
In a different scenario, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We already have the Epstein files, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what? Like, they already told you. They
Yeah.
already told you he's in there. UFOs, they already told you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's his administration that's releasing and we're blocking out the stuff. So how do you trust if everything is out there, right?
And that was the thing about COVID. Every health professional was telling you, this is safe. This is what you got to do. This is how you protect everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the fact, like, oh, we're wrong. You know, there's no adverse side effects to the COVID vaccine. And then I'm like talking to my ND, like, hey, how come I'm noticing eczema? They're like, yeah, that's what we found out after the fact. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. You know? So it's like, did you see the Bill Gates thing about like manufacturing global pandemic in Epstein files?
I didn't look into it.
Okay, but allegedly they were talking about it. Okay, what if this all really is? This is like the top conspiracy, but I'm like, I don't know if I fully, I don't want to buy into it yet, but I'm like, a lot of things are tracking. So it's like, what if there really is a small subset of people that control everything we do?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just like these pawns in the game and they're just trying to manage human beings as a whole. Like, think about the Davos thing. They're literally figuring out fiscal policy at Davos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Small subset of people
Mm-hmm.
that affect the whole world.
Yeah.
So you think that's true? Like, it's not Illuminati type of stuff. It's just more like the 1% of the 1% are controlling the 99%.
It depends on how you can explain it. In a way, yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Okay. If you become, let's say we take you and we're like, hey man, you're the CEO of a company now. You're the president, you're the prime minister of Canada-ish. Okay.
Okay.
Did you somehow spiritually evolve?
Just becoming the leader? No.
Yeah, right. Okay. So if we don't spiritually evolve and we become the leader of the masses, how do we know that you don't fall prey to your old vices or your old biases?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that. But we assume because you're the leader of a bunch of people, like you will uphold a specific standard. Some people might, which is good, but like not the majority. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you know that Trump as president is not looking out for himself?
No, evidence proves that he's only looking for himself. You can see that.
Evidence proves that. But I know so many people that are still saying that he's looking out for all of us.
Yeah, because
He's really trying to do
because again, it's the blind belief.
that, right? And I'm like, we gotta be a little more objective, people.
Yeah, we can.
Unless you're a part, of the club, and you're just saying that to like manipulate me. Like, you know, they're like,
No,
Maybe.
there are people there. I don't assume that they're not people like that. But I'm talking about they're making money from it. That's a different thing. I'm
Right.
saying there are people that don't make money from just saying that they like Trump or something or following Trump, right? Those people
Yeah.
are, again, they believe him like is like a God figure type. It doesn't matter what he does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Totally. It's like celebrityism. You know, it's
Yeah.
like when people
Yeah.
like follow celebrities and they like all their posts and stuff, and they're just like, oh, they must know me because they like me.
Yeah.
I mean, I like their stuff, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, dude, they don't even know who you are, bro.
Yeah.
You're just another person. You know, and it's
Mm-hmm.
just like this level of self deception is unhealthy,
Yeah.
and not only in like a macro scale of like who you're voting for, but like, are you also taking that into your daily life? Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, yeah. There's one thing that I really like about jujitsu in that it's like, well, I guess not really, but like this new gym that I'm at, is they're so good that like I feel like I really suck. you know? And in like other places, I'm like, oh, I'm pretty good, like, you know, not bad. And then like against them, I'm like, I suck so bad. So
Mm-hmm.
like, I was having a conversation with the head coach, and he was like, yeah, I told you this. I was texting to you, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, yeah, you know, like, I'd peg you as like a like you know purple maybe brown if you just walked in here and you're just like yeah I'm just this belt level nobody would question you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like oh that's cool, but like it's like I would have been okay if he was like no you suck bro, because to me I'm like no I suck compared to you bro, and I said this to him like what is the standard because like you're killing me bro, you know
Yeah,
like
right.
there's no chance. And
Mm-hmm.
he was like yeah but there's like levels to it blah 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 whatever, but it's just like how you whatever his explanation right.
Sure.
And I'm just like I think we need that level of like, if I suck, bro. You know, there's something that Faraz Sahabi said, which is like, you shouldn't give a belt to a student because like they might not be able to carry it because it's testable. So if somebody's like, oh, I'm brown belt, then they're gonna press you. They're gonna be like, oh, are you really? You know? And I think like that's the thing about life. I think we need to like press ourselves on things. Like I'm not saying we all need to do jujitsu. I'm saying like take that
No, no,
ideology of
yeah,
jujitsu
yeah,
and be
yeah.
like, do I suck at this, bro?
As an
Like maybe I do
allegory, I
suck,
get that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, like, am I really good at my job? I don't know. Am I
Mm-hmm.
really nice to people? I don't know. You
Yeah.
know, and being able to like openly be like, I suck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with sucking.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. No,
like
no.
when the guys always,
It's like it comes down to other things. It's like don't talk about things that you don't know. Like if you
mm,
right, they can happen at work. Like you're talking about, let's just say some test, but you don't even understand the test. But you
yes,
got what I'm saying? It's like if you talk about something you don't know, that's where mistakes happen and is an issue,
yes,
right?
yeah,
It's more better to say that I don't know, right? It's
yes.
so much more better to say that.
It's way faster, bro. Let's just, you know, that's so funny because I know like your job is more like mathematical based and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
scientific based. Mine's more like theory based and like just coming
Hmm.
up with ideas, you know. But I see that too, where it's just like I'll be pitched a I think I said this last podcast, but like I'll be pitched a marketing idea. I'm like just say you don't know. It's like this is not a good idea,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It just it'll save us all time
Hmm.
because then I don't have to tell you that you're wrong or like I would have to fix your mistake.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Is that what you're thinking too?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
I'd have to redo your work, bro.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
And
at
yeah,
least
in some of
yeah.
those cases, it's really really bad. Like it's so much more better just to be like I don't know. Then we'll
But
find out how
people like
to do it.
right,
That's how it is.
right. No, but you know what's really crazy? Like I think people are afraid to say they don't know. Maybe it's because of like they need the job and they're like, I need to fake it or else I might get fired.
Yeah, but you can't just get fired for that. Like,
Right. But I don't think they know that though.
right, right, right. Maybe.
It's like like yeah. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
But like we do that and it's
Hmm.
like there's so much power in just being like I don't know. I actually do that all the time. It's like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. You tell me, bro.
Hmm.
You know, but I think it's okay to say it like because like with my position I can say that. And people are like, "Oh, he could say that because he's like in a higher." You know, but if you were like in a lower level, maybe you're like, "I don't know." Then like it looks bad on you maybe.
No, you can say I don't know. I'll look into it and see if I can find out.
That's a
That's
great answer. Like if people, yeah, like literally, you could just say that. I literally said, I'm not too sure. I'll check it out after.
yeah,
Yeah, you can just say that, bro.
yeah. That's
I
the
don't know
better
why
way to
people
say
need
it.
to. I don't know why we need to posture, bro. It's crazy. It's
Hmm.
like but it's like we're also playing this game of politics, which I don't like. We like I believe meritocracy is the way,
Hmm.
you know. But I feel like most places are very political in
Sure.
like the workspace.
Yeah.
Not mine anymore. Mine's very meritocracy based, so I love that now. Like total shift in like leadership. But like I have been at places where it's like you kind of just gotta suck up and you're like, I'm not doing that.
Hmm.
And it's just like then you're stuck there and you're like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even if you're not good, you just like know how to suck up really well. And it's
Hmm.
just like that's a real thing though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like humans are so weird. Like I think at the end of the day, you just have to be like, if I wasn't here being paid, would I be here hanging out with you? No.
Hmm.
So let's just do my job. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of how I think about it. It's like we're not just like we didn't just meet up somewhere and we're like, hey guys, let's all just hang out and just like do some random work. I'm like, no, we're all getting paid to do a specific job. So let me just do my best work and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just clock out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
but I think like a lot of people think of it like a social environment and
Hmm.
like, you know, I think a lot of people do think of work as like a social environment. They're like, this is my socialization, but it's like, get a hobby, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, some people do. Yeah. True.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like The Office, you know, like Pam and Jim. And it's like, guys, we're trying to sell paper.
Hmm.
But then people are like, you're so robotic. That's so cold.
Right.
You know? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's a fine balance because you're like, yeah, you want to bring some humanity into everything you do, but it's more like, but really,
yeah. Hmm.
if I found a new job, we wouldn't be here.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But like, we don't have that level of separation, professionalism. Like, I don't know, what is that? You know? Like, why don't people think of it like that? It's like, dude, I wouldn't talk to you if I wasn't at work.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Right? But it's all consuming. Like most people, like work is all consuming. It's like their life.
Yeah.
They have friends, do things after work with
Hmm.
those coworkers. But I feel like if like I was doing things with my coworkers after every workday, it'd feel like an extended workday. I'd be like, why am I still working? You know what I mean? Like, do you get that?
Sure. Yeah, 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 I get that. Yeah.
Or no, is that wrong? Like, you know, so heartless.
No, no, I just think that maybe people don't have, like, their friends become, uh, the colleagues
The
become
coworkers.
friends. Yeah.
But then when do you separate? It's like, hey, do you remember that project that we were working on? Like, if you're like, let's say you're at the bar, you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
remember
that's
that
kind of,
project?
yeah, that's where it gets serious. That's where the, is it really
But that's why
friendship?
it's like, that's what I mean. Or like you say something and like, should I report that to HR?
Right. Hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but we don't think of it like that.
Yeah.
You know what it is? I think the times are different. I think like that kind of mentality worked out like 30 years ago. But like, look at the Gen Zs now. Like, I don't think they're all thinking in terms of like, these are my buddies. And plus, like, work from home is like very prevalent now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that was an old mentality. Or am I wrong? I don't know. Like, do you think
Uh,
that's still the same? Do you think like people entering the workforce now are like friends for life,
friends for life. I don't know about that. I don't think so as much.
right? Like, seems like an old thing.
Hmm.
Or it seems like a Japanese culture thing where like they go out with their coworkers and they drink and then they return to work the next day. Like I see that in anime, but like I don't know if that's actually happening in like actual
I don't
practice.
know. I don't know if it's real or not. Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Um. What time we at? I want to ask you the one other philosophical question.
In 1 hour, three
Okay. Okay.
minutes.
Okay. So, what was the worst? What would you say is like? Okay. No, no, here, better way to phrase this. Did you like school?
Uh, Wait, which school are we talking?
Like
College?
no, like there's really two phases in your life. You're either in school or you're working.
Yeah.
Did you like school?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't either. I really didn't like it. Like looking back, you're like you felt trapped. You're like, why am I here, bro? Oh, I gotta do this presentation. Oh, I gotta do this school singing thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I gotta like join the club, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It
Sure.
felt so forced, right? So you didn't like it.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, hot take. Why is having a kid returning back to school?
What do you mean?
Except from a different perspective. You're doing all the things except you're in the outside seat instead of
Okay.
the inside seat.
Yeah.
Remember, your parents would come to your like school recital or something, or
Sure.
like your graduation, but now you're sitting in their graduation seat. But I'm like, but you're like reincarnating the same experience that I didn't like. Like
Hmm.
I didn't like sitting through graduation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
like, but how many people are thinking about that? That like having a kid is just reincarnating that experience from
Hmm.
a different lens. You know? Is that like a hot take? Like no, you don't like think that's
I don't think so.
wow. You never thought of it, or it's just like no, because like think about it. It's like
No.
you
No. No.
have the additional yeah.
No. I don't. No. No. What I mean. What do you mean by hot take? What was the hot? Like they don't think about it like
Hot,
that, or
yeah, like hot take is like if you didn't like school, well, you're about to go back to school. You have to do back to school shopping. You have to do summer programs. You have to, except now you're paying for it, so you have to also
right?
work and go to school.
Yeah.
So like, bro, what I'm saying is like, I prefer like peak freedom, like adulthood. Like I don't know. I think that's why I'm like kind of like, oh, I don't want a kid, because like it's like I would just have to do all those things again, and I
Hmm.
didn't like them. But now the onus is like I got to make sure that that kid studied. I got to make sure that I have enough money.
Hmm.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like as a kid, you didn't have to worry about like who's gonna buy this textbook. You're just like, I need a textbook.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
But I wonder if like we think about that gravity as we enter into that like infinite like that infinite contract with another.
Hmm.
Unless you're a deadbeat parent, you know what I'm saying? But like you know what I mean? It's like we don't think about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
But I think that all dovetails back to the whole thing about like like the thing in the beginning about like the sick system. It's like our society isn't built in a way to allow you to be the best parent possible. You have to
Hmm.
work hard. You have to go back to school for your kid. Like if your kid is taking math, you're going to be studying that math as well because you have to. They're like, help me with my homework. Oh, dude, I don't remember this. Okay, how does multiplication work again? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're like reliving it from a
Hmm.
different lens, and like, but now you're just time sucked, and it's like maybe that's really what it is. You just don't have time. And you're burnt out, so you're just like, I can't even like maybe like the onus isn't on paying attention to like the Epstein files because like the narrative will break if you're like, dude, I'm trying to just pay for my kids to go to school, bro. I don't need to think about the elites and their eating of babies. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
But that's how the system is built. It's like what I'm really trying to get at is like I think the cage was built in a way to ensure that the ones controlling the doorway can keep the doorway shut. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
It's like if we just keep them tired, if we just keep them strapped for finances, we can control them.
Right.
Right? Like think about this. If you had a kid and you didn't have enough money, would you not be getting a second job?
Yeah. That makes it. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Okay, strap for finances, bro. You don't have time
Hmm.
to sleep. Don't worry about this. Just vote for this person. Oh, this person's yelling the most. Okay, he must know what he's talking about. Oh, we're at war with Iran now. Oh, we're gonna lower our cost of prices if like we get this oil from them. Okay, get the oil then. We're always in a survival state, is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
I'm not saying like don't have kids. Like, do you? I'm just saying like if you look at the structure of the system, like whether it's the healthcare, whether it's like parenting, whether it's voting, whether it's like buying things, it's like it all seems to constrain you.
Right.
Or no, conspiracy theory,
No, I can see that. Yeah.
right? Like if you really wanted people to like be their best selves, like make make school free, bro. Like there you go. If you need any school products, the school will provide them to you. You don't
Hmm.
have to buy them. You know what I'm saying? You need a school uniform, we'll provide you with a school uniform. I had to buy my own uniform in high school.
Hmm.
So it's like do we really care about the betterment of society as a whole, or do we care about the betterment of a small subset of people that are not trapped by the system that was created to keep everyone trapped?
Right.
What do you think?
Uh, well, I think we created that system.
Who's we?
Just humans.
Okay. So who so humans collectively created um can we all right, let's rewind the tape. Who could vote back in the day in America?
In America? I'm not sure. Maybe just landowners, was it?
Yeah. So it's not all humans. So there's already a qualifier of people who had a advantageous position above everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So I I like that goes back to my argument of like I think it's a small subset of a small subset that is pulling the strings for everyone.
Okay.
I don't think it's humans, is what I mean. Like I think like humans as a whole are just like we're like a huge tribe and then there's like some people that are like, I know where we're going. And you're
Mm-hmm.
like, are you sure? Yeah, I know. Okay, we're gonna believe him.
Yeah.
And then that person like told their friends and their friends and their friends, and then they're like, oh, we can just like keep maneuvering these people in the direction we want,
Mm-hmm.
unless they uprise,
Right.
like the French Revolution.
Mm-hmm.
So like what I'm saying is I don't think it's humans. I think it's a small subset of a small subset. Unless you think I'm wrong.
Like controlling the whole world. We're talking about like now, or are we
Yeah.
talking?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah. No, I think
Who's running
what
the
I
oil
say
companies?
by humans is like it's ebb and flowed between whoever's in power, right? It changes.
No, but I think it doesn't. I think you create a foothold and you just like fortify that. So
Mm-hmm.
like oil companies are just creating a stronger and stronger foothold over time.
Which one? Sorry, I said again. Who?
Oil companies
Yeah. Okay.
are creating a stronger and stronger foothold.
Mm-hmm.
Like they already have like for example, like Kevin, I don't know, not Kevin, Kendrick Lamar. His family in the future will become more and more wealthy over time,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like it'll be the Lamar family, right? But he came from the bottom,
Yeah.
right? So like those oil companies also came from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
They just have more years of building from their base.
Yeah.
And these outliers are the ones that make it to the top and push civilization in specific directions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I mean about the 1% of the 1%. Like only 1% make it. And then of those 1%, make another 1% that's so powerful that you can push society in specific directions.
Okay.
And I think that those are the people that like run everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like you might be like, oh, it's politicians, right? But politicians can only play with what they have.
Yeah.
So like if everyone's running off oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
Mm-hmm.
the politicians making decisions or is it the oil makers?
Right.
Because the politicians like they don't really control anything outside of their own country. But oil companies are like global. I'm just choosing oil as like an example.
Yeah.
It could
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
TV, or like investment companies.
Sure.
Anything that's global, like a global company.
Mm-hmm.
Like Carney, he said like, "Oh, we have the," in his Australian thing, his like speech. I thought it was really good, but he said something really quickly, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know if people realize what that is." So like when he said, "Oh, we have the pension, we have one of the most attractive pension funds that we can utilize." Right? Pension funds are what we pay money into, right?
Mm-hmm.
and they're using that money to leverage other contracts. So like when you put money in a bank, the reason why you get interest back is because they're using that money in order to like do other things with your money, but it's locked into that account. You know, when it's like if you have at least like $5,000 in your account, you don't have to pay like monthly fees. So people are like, oh, I just
Yeah.
need $5,000 in, but like that's so that they can use that $5,000 and use it against other things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that's the game, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's who's controlling every choice we make. Like the people that control the container with which we move in, like
Yeah.
banks. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like they control the bank, and like I'll give you, I'll give you interest free. I mean, I'll give you like monthly free if you keep $5,000 in.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
you give them their money, and then they become richer to make more decisions.
Mm-hmm.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, come back to it, it's like I think it's rigged, bro.
Okay.
Unless you don't think so.
No, I'm not saying there are probably people trying to rig it. Sure.
I think it's rigged. I like, but like when you're like, oh, I think people are trying to rig it. I think it's just rigged.
Mm-hmm.
But like, why do you say? Why do you not think it's rigged?
No, I just think there's way too many different kinds of things, so they're fighting with each other. So who's trying to rig it better to
No, that's what I
who?
mean.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. No, like it's like it's like they're playing chess. It's like they're the higher level chess pieces, and we're the pawns.
Okay. Right.
I'm like obviously they're battling because they're
Mm.
battling for more market share. They're battling for. But it's like, but that's a battle we can never play in. We're
Yeah.
just getting like the spoils of that battle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like why is gas prices so high? Oh, because of a war that's happening halfway across the world.
Yeah.
Oh, rigged.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So like I have to pay more money because Donald Trump decided to start a war.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So it's like you're like, oh, they're battling. So I'm like, oh, it's rigged on our end because it's like you have no say in the oil prices, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like even if I'm like protesting, it's like Carney's not like Carney can't do anything. He's like, dude, that's them. But we're still paying like high prices.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I feel like you just don't want to say it's rigged because you want to be like positive or
No, no, no. I'm not saying it's rigged. These are the issues with being in global market.
exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, but that's maybe, or maybe the word you don't like is rigged. It's not rigged. We are trapped. We are at the whim of something that's beyond our control,
Sure. Yeah.
and that makes you like a trapped. I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
pawn, but it's
No,
like
no, no,
we're
no.
not
Yeah.
a pawn. We're like
No, no.
trapped. It's like
I get that. Yeah. This is the issues with a global economy. If something happens somewhere, it's still affecting us.
you can't fix it. Like
Yeah.
can't vote it out. It's like no, that's just how it is, bro.
Yeah. I mean, but growth has never happened without being in a global market. If you go by yourself, it's not. That's also not going to work out.
Totally, totally. So you have to like accept the
Yeah.
rigging,
Yeah.
but you can be smart enough to be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be that rigged. Like, for example, um, like going into insane amounts of debt for no reason is that's you're trapping yourself to the system because like you will owe that money back. I'm trapped to that system.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like maybe just don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be trapped to the system.
Yeah.
You know, like when they give like credit cards to like people in poverty, it's like
Mm-hmm.
that's not good. I mean, that's good for like you're trying to make it better, but like maybe just give them some free money or something. You know, like to buy groceries because like if they're gonna accumulate more debt, it's like well, you're never gonna leave that system.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's like the trap of all, like debt enslavement, because you can't leave that.
Mm-hmm.
You always owe like a minimum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Okay. final thing, what do you think is going to happen to Canada with all these partnerships?
I think it's better overall. We'll probably see these really be impactful for Canada probably in like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I super agree with you. Okay, so because Tara asked me this question, and I was like, I think we're gonna be fine, but like, I'm wondering what your take is, because she was like, well, what happens to like cost of living? Like, yeah, they're making all these partnerships, but like, what, they're not gonna reduce prices. Think of a business. Like, you can't. You're not going to cut costs to give people more money. You always want to maximize profit, right?
Hmm.
So like what's going to happen? Like even if we do like make all these partnerships, like are just salaries going to increase? Is it just going to keep inflating forever?
No, I think the point of these things was to create more jobs, right? These what do you call coalitions or agreements, partnerships. It's overall better.
Yeah, because it brings more jobs. Like, oh, you can work in AI, you can work in like blah blah. You can
Yeah,
maybe you
yeah,
can move over there, and you can have a job over there. You know, we
yeah.
become like a really global
Or
economy.
investments in here, right? So, for instance, like making like manufacturing could increase here for whatever the situation is, right? Um, whatever deals that they're gonna make. So, if BYD is coming here, eventually, if they're becoming successful, maybe they'll make a plant here to build the cars or build the EVs, right? Like the, all there's a whole bunch of things.
Right. So like, is our economy going to stabilize? Like, are people who are in like dire straits because like, things are
Well,
getting
that's
more
the point
expensive,
that he's
it's getting
trying to
harder.
do.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to do, and he's trying to work with the middle powers to get that thing stabilized, because the bigger players who are causing issues and destabilizing things.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yep. That makes sense. So like, if we band together and we make a stronger middle power economy,
Hmm.
we have more leverage against these bigger players.
Yeah,
Whereas
or more
individually, we
safety.
don't
I would
have
say more like safety. Yeah.
safety. Yeah. So our prices won't fluctuate as crazy.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was wondering that. It's like, yeah, we are making all these partnerships, but like, what is the end goal?
Hmm.
Like, are we going to?
Like in order to push away from really being, as you said, the oil stuff, the fluctuation of the price because of these wars, is maybe a more push towards green energy, so we don't have that kind of problems.
True. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair. More EVs means like less reliance on gas.
Hmm.
And then if you have more EVs, more jobs because people have to sell those EVs
Yeah,
to be
not
more
just selling. Yeah, selling EVs or creating the infrastructure to
building
charge
these.
those
Yeah, yeah.
EVs, and then pushing for better energy, newer energy to cover those. New energy, like the energy bills are gonna not energy bills will go up, but it's just that there's more energy being used, so we need to figure out how to make our energy grid better, more efficient.
We are creating more opportunities to look for solutions, and looking for solutions creates jobs,
Yeah,
right? Because you're like, oh, we need to fix this. Okay, we need to hire people. Oh, there's a job. Oh,
yeah,
here's a solution for this. How do we do it? We need to
hmm,
hire people. Okay, here's a job. Right?
yeah,
It's like that could be. Yeah, yeah. I think I agree with you on that one because I'm
hmm.
like, things are changing, and I'm really stoked that he's making all these partnerships. I think Canada is going to be like the Western hub of the world very, very soon, especially with these partners like Qatar, Australia, China, India, France too. France is a part of that.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, we're probably a European Union,
Japan.
so
Yeah. Yeah, right. Japan, it looks like he's already over there. So it's like, if we can build an economy that's adjacent to and not reliant upon the greater economy,
not just
then
relying on one. Yeah, which is the
yeah,
problem.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were so tied to the US, so whatever they did we had to do, and then like our economy to fluctuate. But like, if like India and China are like the two next biggest economies, right? So it's like,
Hmm.
so you kind of just subverted the biggest economy and you just went with the two like the second and third biggest, and then you're making partnership with other ones. It's like, I see your strategy, and like, it does sound. It does look sound,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Uh, okay, yeah. The future, I truly think the future is bright for Canada.
Hmm.
I'm worried about the rest of the world,
I
but
think
like,
we have a competent leader compared
Yeah,
to
yeah,
somebody else.
totally.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, any final thoughts, Dish?
I I don't think so.
Do you think we can unrig ourselves if we move towards what Carney's building?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. I think what'll be really interesting is if we
Depending on how
yeah.
successful he is with the partnerships and stuff. It comes down to trusting others to do the right thing too, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's the other thing.
I think if we my dream scenario, but I also feel like this might come true, is we might create easier work visas. I think that might be it. It like you see now you removed like the visa from China and Canada. I
Hmm.
wonder if there's going to be a like less strictness on getting visas towards other countries. So it's like if you want to work in China, you can. If you want to work in Japan, you can, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And like we could become an actual global economy in that sense. Whereas like we are a global economy in terms of trade currently. We are a globalized system in terms of trade, but not in terms of like labor force.
Hmm.
So if Carney builds what he's like, it looks like he's building, we could just have like a not only a global trade, but a global workforce,
Hmm.
which would turn us into like essentially a one world power,
Right.
like a cooperative. Like he said this in his freaking speech, and I was like, that's really great. He's like, before we would have looked at each other as competitors. Now we're like, I forgot the word. It's like a C, but it's like partners,
Coalition.
comrades. Maybe I don't know. He's
Oh.
like competitors. We've switched from like competitors to something else,
Okay. Yeah.
and I'm like, that's so true. I think that's how the world has to move forward. It's like we're not like trying to battle for resources anymore. We're just like,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
that could also solve like the like cost of living and the family things. Like maybe you're like, oh, it's tough over here, but this job in Japan is offering me like a full work from home and like also they'll
Sure.
pay for my childcare. You know what I mean? Like it'll be more about like who has the best lucrative offer.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can see that. Dude, cyberpunk future. That's like basically cyberpunk future at that
Right.
point. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
we have like globalized ability to like jump wherever we want and like because that was the one thing. It's like you have all these countries that you can't actually live in. You could visit, but you can't live in them and work in them. You know, like because I was trying to be an expat before in like 2011. I was like, what does it take to become an expat? Because I really liked Hong Kong, and like it's just so hard. Like you have to be so specialized in order to become
Hmm.
able to work in the country. But like if you can lax that, that could be really interesting.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what would you move? Would you consider it? Like let's say they're like you can do a civil engineering job in Hawaii
Oh yeah, I'm going
because you
there.
like
What?
Hawaii. I know, right? Yeah.
That's
Like
like.
that's I envision that though. Like obviously not right now because Hawaii is part of USA, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
if
Yeah.
if
Yeah. 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 But
you
yeah.
know what I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
or like Japan or something, you know what I mean?
Sure. Sure. Sure.
Like I could see that. That could be kind of cool.
Mm.
Okay, all right. Anyways, enough daydreaming for now. Till next week. Take it easy, fish. Oh,
Peace.
we didn't
Ah.
even we didn't even talk about any Epstein and any crazy like one Epstein revelation. Did anything crazy happen? I saw something about like they released him like arping a little girl.
The Trump?
Yeah, is that real?
I think so. I think CNN had a thing about it. I didn't watch it yet.
Jeez, bro, come on! You have to impeach this guy. What are we doing?
I think it'll.
Crazy.
It might happen. It might happen. We'll see.
Really, you think so? Is it your prediction? All right, you know what we're gonna hedge bets. That's how we're gonna end it. We're gonna bet. Are you going with impeachment?
I think something's gonna happen. Yeah, something's gotta happen.
I'm betting
We'll see.
impeachment too.
Yeah.
I'm betting impeachment. Are you betting impeachment?
Sure. Yeah. I'm going with
Okay.
that. Yeah.
All signs are pointing to it.
Hmm.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. It's only been 3 months, bro, and it's crazy.
Yeah. Or the New Year's. Yeah.
January, March. Yeah. All right. Anyways, all right. Till next week. Take it easy, Vish.
Peace.
Bye. All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors: Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, Vish.
Peace.